Welcome to the AACCUP Level 4, Phase 2 accreditation of the Doctor of Veterinary Medicine program of Kabita State University, College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. Before we start, here's a glimpse of some of the milestones of CVMBS, and some highlights of who we are. In 1997, the DVM program was first offered, under the Department of Animal and Veterinary Sciences, School of Agriculture, Forestry, Environment and Natural Resources, by virtue of Board of Trustees Resolution No. 56, Series of 1996. In October 13, 2000, the College of Veterinary Medicine or CVM, was established by virtue of BOT Resolution No. 50, Series of 2000. In 2003, CVM produced its first graduates with 1 magna cum laude and 2 cum laude. They also posted a 100% passing rate in the veterinary medicine licensure exam. Dr. Leia Hermosa G. Nova was among the finalists for the 10 outstanding students of the Philippines under the Agriculture, Science, and Math category. In 2004, the Veterinary Teaching Hospital was operationalized. In December 2006, the college was renamed as College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences or CVMBS, by virtue of BOR Resolution No. 95, Series of 2006. This paved the way to the offering of new undergraduate and graduate courses, and for the college to have more focus on research. In the same year, the college produced its first board top-notcher, Dr. Ramil D. Maculangan, who placed 4th overall in the veterinary medicine licensure exam. 2007 is the year that CVMBS underwent, and passed the preliminary AACCUP accreditation. On the same year, the college had its second board top-notcher, Dr. Roy Alessandro Sigpao, who placed 6th overall. 2008 was a banner year for CVMBS, as we were recognized by CHED as a center of development in veterinary education. This is a great boost in the efforts of the college to improve our instruction and research facilities, to be able to deliver excellent and relevant learning and research opportunities for students. It is also the year that another veterinary board top-notcher was produced, Dr. Emmanuel Mago, who placed 8th in the veterinary licensure exam. It is in the year 2009 that the renaming and restructuring of the college has actually started to bear fruit. In this year, the board-approved Veterinary Biomedical Research Center received its first influx of state-of-the-art laboratory equipment, worth around 2 million pesos. In the same year, the college also obtained its Level 1 AACCUP accreditation. 2015 is another banner year, as CVMBS received further funding support for VBRC, worth 23 million from the Office of Senator Pia Cayetano. This enabled us to have a state-of-the-art laboratory, for the conduct of timely and relevant researches, and for the advanced training of our students. In 2017, CVMBS obtained its CHED government recognition number, having found to be 100% compliant to the PSG standards for the DVM program. 2018 was a very fruitful year. This is when we passed the AACCUP Level 3, Phase 2 accreditation of our DVM program. Early the same year, the college co-sponsored the Animal Welfare Science Workshop for veterinary faculties in the Philippines, together with the Royal Dick School of Veterinary Studies, University of Edinburgh, and Jimikaway in Scotland, the Eastern Institute of Technology in New Zealand, and the Philippine Veterinary Medical Association or PVMA. In the same year, the college also co-hosted the first-ever Veterinary Practitioners Association of the Philippines, or VPAP Regional Conference together with the VPAP and Cavite Veterinary Medical Association or CAVMA. In 2019, the CVMBS hosted the 15th National Congress of Veterinary Medical Students. Here we were able to showcase our college and our university. The most recent milestone of CVMBS is in 2021, when CHED finally granted us the Certificate of Program Compliance or COPC. Throughout that journey, the college was led by competent and highly qualified and dynamic faculty veterinarians as deans. Currently, Dr. Maria Cynthia Rundina de la Cruz is the Dean of CVMBS. At present, CVMBS has a total of 12 regular faculty members, 4 of which have PhD degrees, 5 with MS degrees, 1 has PhD units, 1 with MS units, and 1 DVM degree holder. 3 faculty members are also pursuing postdoctoral work. Dr. Melbourne R. Taluktuk is currently at the WHO Collaborating Center for Studies on the Ecology of Influenza in Animals, Virology Division, Department of Infectious Disease, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, in Memphis, USA. Bulk of his work and training is on influenza surveillance, from field collection to virus isolation and to whole genome sequencing. His postdoc is sponsored by the Fulbright Visiting Scholar Program. Dr. Maria Cynthia Rundina de la Cruz is a Merrill Williams Fellow for 2021. This prestigious fellowship is funded by AACCUP and supports female agricultural researchers across the Indo-Pacific to improve their leadership and management skills. Dr. Adrian Mickey C. Macalanda is currently doing postdoc work at the National Research Center for Protozoan Diseases of Abahira University of Agriculture and Veterinary Medicine in Japan. Now, let's start our presentation of the 5 identified areas for evaluation of the DVM program of the College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences, Cavite State University. Let's start by answering the question: what exactly is the Doctor of Veterinary Medicine degree program? It is for students who wish to develop a career that is concerned with the prevention, control, diagnosis, and treatment of disease, disorder, and injury in animals. With the advent of global pandemics, having the potential to decimate humankind, and a possible link to an animal reservoir, the role of veterinarians become more crucial than ever, not only in controlling infectious agents, but in preventing future pandemics, through the use of animals in vaccine development, and elucidation of their roles in carriage, and propagation of those agents. In keeping with that role, Cavite State University invested in the College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences to produce globally competitive and morally upright veterinarians. With that mission in mind, we continuously aim to provide excellent, equitable, and relevant educational opportunities through quality instruction and responsive research and development activities. We envision a CVMBS which is recognized by CHED as a center of excellence in veterinary education, and a veterinary school that is at par with the best in the world. Guided by the vision and mission of the university, the goals of the college, and the objectives of the DVM program, we aim to make education meaningful and sustainable by adopting various strategies for authentic learning. This includes learning through research and community involvement. We strengthen these strategies through meaningful partnerships and good planning. We are CVMBS. And this is our story. The College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences, or CVMBS, pursues research in accordance with national, regional, and institutional research thrusts. In particular, the research projects of CVMBS are anchored on the CVSU research agenda on agri-fisheries and food security, biodiversity, and environmental conservation and public health and welfare. Moreover, CVMBS research thrusts are anchored on the following sustainable development goals: SDG 1. No poverty. For its researches on livestock and poultry, industries which employ people and contribute to the country's GDP. SDG 2. Zero hunger. For its research on food security including diseases affecting livestock and poultry, and breeding stock improvement. SDG 3. Good health and well-being. For researches done concerning pathogens of public health importance, antimicrobial resistance, conditions affecting companion animals, animal welfare, and others. The faculty members have research funding, either from the university, through the Faculty and Students Research Capability Enhancement Program, the CVSU Research Grant, or from external funding agencies such as the Department of Agriculture, Bureau of Animal Industry, DA Biotech Newton Fund, and DOST. Research support is also obtained through collaborations with overseas institutions such as the National Research Center for Protozoan Diseases, Obihira University of Agriculture and Veterinary Medicine, and the Joint Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Kagoshima University, and other institutions in the Philippines such as Cebu Technological University. All faculty members are actively involved in research projects as main proponents or co-proponents. Students are also actively involved as part of the research team, which gives them an edge in terms of experience in laboratory and fieldwork. A total of 11 research projects have been completed by the college, 6 of which in the last 5 years. Moreover, there are 12 ongoing research projects of faculty members. A total of 29 undergraduate theses were completed in the last 5 years. Of the 6 completed projects in the last 5 years, the total allocation from CVSU amounted to 2,807,000 pesos, while 2.5 million was awarded by DABAI, and 250,000 by DOST Picard. 33% of these completed projects were published in international refereed journals while 100% were presented in national fora. Half of the faculty members were able to publish a total of 27 publications in international refereed journals for the past 5 years. The impact factors of the international refereed journals, in which the research outputs of CVMBS faculty were published, ranged from 0.7 to 5.048, averaging 3.47. On the other hand, there were 11 international and 10 national paper presentations of faculty members in the last 5 years. Dr. Talaktak also has 2 patented research outputs. These includes a product used in food supplements in Korea, and another an antiviral synthetic peptide in Japan. The publications of CVMBS faculty are also well cited. Dr. Talaktak has 350 citations, giving him the distinction of being the top-cited scientist. Dr. Macalanda has 42, while Drs. Cherry Alvarez and Mago have 11 citations each. For the ongoing projects, a total of 720,000 pesos research funding was allocated by CVSU, through the FSRCEP or CRG. While for external funding, DOSTGIA gave 1,068,250 pesos, DABAI 5,200,000, and DA Biotech Newton Fund, P 7,006,412.52 pesos. Dr. Rundina de la Cruz is a member of a research consortium, working on the DA Biotech Newton Fund project entitled Low-Cost Portable Molecular Diagnostic Platform for Rapid Detection of Poultry Infectious Pathogens, or LMDP. The research program is in collaboration with the University of the Philippines Los Baños, University of Eastern Philippines, the Bureau of Animal Industry, and partners from the United Kingdom, namely the Lancaster University, University of Surrey, and Brunel University London. The total cost for the entire program, for the Philippine component, is 32,939,097.44 pesos. The project aims to help the Philippine poultry industry, through provision of affordable, rapid, and accurate diagnostic device, which meant that sustainable, prompt, and appropriate treatment may be provided and accessed. The poultry industry contributes 13% of agriculture gross value added or GVA. A sound poultry health program is indubitably indispensable in the ever-increasing demand for poultry meat and egg. The project is in its final stage of device fine-tuning and soon will be made available to poultry farms in the country. Another exceptional ongoing project is the establishment of a Sustainable African Swine Fever or ASF Surveillance and Diagnostic Laboratory in Cavite, which is a partnership between the college and DABAI. The total project cost for this is 5.2 million pesos, which is from DABAI. Taking lead in this project are doctors Melbourne Talaktak, Adrian Macalanda, and Eman Mago. The impetus for this partnership was the ASF outbreak in the country in 2019, which led to a 9.8% drop in swine production, mostly in Luzon. Establishment of an ASF laboratory for diagnosis and surveillance will ramp up measures for control and prevention of further outbreaks. Prompt diagnosis of the disease is critical, especially because no vaccine is available yet, and that the disease has a 100% case fatality rate. The facility will not only help the swine producers, but the country as well, knowing that ASF has increased the risk for poverty for many households after the virus killed a lot of pigs nationwide. Another important research of CVMBS is the DOSTGIA-funded project entitled Rabies Control in Cavite, Vaccination Efficiency in Veterinary Practice and Community Awareness. This has a total cost of 1.1 million pesos. The proponents of this project are Drs. Melbourne Talaktak and Alvin Alvarez. Rabies causes tremendous economic burden, and it impacts public sector budgets, communities, and families, and the highest risk of rabies occurs in the poorest regions of the world. Not only is the disease a research priority of the college, but it also remains as an important component of our community extension initiatives. As mentioned, students are also actively involved in the funded research projects. 54.76% of undergraduate theses were part of the funded research projects. The Picard-funded project entitled Prevalence of Toxin-Producing Escherichia coli 0157H7 in the feces of native chickens from selected backyard farms in Cavite, Philippines, and other E. coli 0157 studies were disseminated through the Palenque Outreach Project of students in food hygiene class. In this activity, market-goers were informed on how to prevent foodborne contamination by the pathogen, by choosing meat properly, cooking meat properly, and exercising good food hygiene practices. 75% of faculty members were recipients of numerous awards and recognitions as researchers, in the form of Best Paper Awards, scholarships, postdoctoral fellowships, thesis, dissertation grants, travel grants, research funding, and national recognition. One such award was Dr. Melbourne Talaktak's Outstanding Young Scientist in 2020, given by the National Academy of Science and Technology or NAST. On that same year, he was also a Philippine nominee for the Apex Science Prize for Innovation, Research and Education, or the Aspire Prize. The recognition he received locally was being appointed as Vice President for Research and Extension of Cavite State University. In a nutshell, research is considered as one of the strengths of CVMBS, as evidenced by institutionally funded and externally funded research projects, completion of research projects, faculty member and student involvement in research, research dissemination through paper presentation, publication, and even extension projects, impact in the scientific community through citation and patents, and awards and recognition from national agencies. Research on important animal diseases such as ASF and rabies, and the creation of a low-cost portable diagnostic device to rapidly diagnose poultry pathogens, will ensure that the college contributes to a more resilient Philippine animal industry and help alleviate poverty. Faculty members and students shall continue to strive for excellence in research to bring about food security and promote public health and welfare. The alumni of the College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences are considered as great role models for the current DVM students. And rightfully so, because of their commendable achievements as employees, or even as employers, entrepreneurs. CVMBS was instrumental in their transition from students into globally competitive and morally upright veterinarians. The college abides by the CHED Memorandum Order No. 1, Series of 2018, or the Program Standards and Guidelines, or PSG for the Doctor of Veterinary Medicine program, which states the following educational outcomes. The CVMBS aims to produce veterinarians who are globally competent in the prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and control of diseases of different animal species. Globally competent in the formulation, communication, and implementation of programs in animal health, animal production and health management, food safety, public health, animal welfare, and environmental protection and preservation. Capable of conducting researches in pharmaceutical, biotechnological and other industrial fields. Capable of imparting knowledge, conducting trainings and extension services. Achievers, team players and leaders in the profession and related field of practice. Will make ethically sound decisions and actions regarding relevant veterinary issues and needs of the local and international community. Hence, the attributes of the graduates are as follows: globally competitive, technically competent, good communicators, collaborators and leaders, and ethical, compassionate, and critical thinkers. For the last 5 years, the college obtained an average of 72.12 passing percentage, which is above the average national passing rate. Results of the tracer study for the last 5 years showed that 70.6% had their first job in the first 6 months, 26.5% got their first job within 6 months to 1 year after graduation, and 2.9% in 1 to 2 years. Data also showed that graduates from 2016 to 2020, 66% work in a private company or practice, 4% work overseas, 10% are in government agencies, and 20% are business owners or self-employed. Moreover, results showed that 91% of the participants are currently employed. The remaining 9% who are not yet, either have some family concerns, or they ventured into other businesses. When the employed participants were asked regarding their current employment status, 73% said they are regular faculty members or have permanent employment status, 20% are self-employed, while 7% are temporary or in casual status. In terms of job level position, 45% are professional, technical or supervisory, 31% have managerial or executive positions, 17% are self-employed, while 7% did not specify their position. When asked what competencies that they learned in college is very useful in their job, 62.8% said that critical thinking skills played a major role in their career, 20.9% problem-solving skills, 9.3% communication skills, 2.3% human relations skills, and 4.47% entrepreneurial skills. The DVM curriculum in general provides our graduates with ample skills needed to prepare them for their future and realize their full potential as veterinarians. With outcomes-based education, they are trained to enhance their higher-order thinking skills and prepare them for real-life scenarios. On the other hand, in terms of employer feedback, 89% of employers who participated in the survey are very satisfied with the overall job performance of our graduates. In terms of technical skills and specialist knowledge, 100% of the employers were very satisfied with our graduates' performance. In terms of problem-solving skills, 89% were very satisfied. In terms of individual and teamwork skills, 100% of the employers are very satisfied. In terms of leadership skills, 89% of employers are very satisfied. This shows the efficiency of our graduates in their jobs. As for work values and ethical conduct, 100% were very satisfied, showing how the graduates shows professionalism, trust, and respect for their colleagues at work. Finally, 100% of the employers said that they would consider hiring DVM graduates of CVMBS again in the future. Special awards were given to graduates with the assistance of recognized veterinary companies. In 2014, selected graduates were given awards for academic excellence and innovation in research studies. Elanco Academic Award for Class Valedictorian was awarded to Dr. Lauren Borja, sponsored by Elanco Animal Health. On the other hand, SEVA Most Innovative Thesis Award, sponsored by SEVA Animal Health Philippines, was given to Dr. Danrev Capilio. Hard work and skills of our graduates are also recognized through several local and national awards given to them as professionals. Recently, Dr. Joy Michelle Arandia Literato was awarded by the Philippine Veterinary Medical Association as the Outstanding Veterinarian in Zootechnics, Animal Health, and Nutrition in 2022. Dr. Richard Pilyarva, of San Miguel Foods, Inc. was awarded the Best Epidemiologist for Livestock Operations in 2011. Dr. Ramil de Maculangan was awarded the Employee of the Year in 2008 by the Excellence Poultry Livestock Specialist. Dr. Emmanuel Mago and Dr. Cherry Alvarez, who are currently faculty members of CVMBS, who are also alumni of the college, obtained their MS degrees at the University of the Philippines, Los Baños. Dr. Alvarez is currently pursuing her PhD in Animal Science at UPLB as a DOST scholar. Every graduate has a story to tell. With every struggle encountered to become a successful veterinarian, each graduate is a living proof of how the university contributed to their success. Let us listen to some of them.
Good day, everyone. I am Katrina Claudia Iteran, Animal Health Specialist of EasyBio Philippines, OptiFarm Solutions. I handle the technical and sales of OptiFarm. We cater to swine and poultry disease diagnostic tests. I would like to say that Cavite State University College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences has been the core foundation of where I am now as a professional. The lessons, exams, trainings, and OJTs have honed me to be the competent vet that I am now. I will always be grateful and proud to be a CVSU CVMBS alumni.
Having a good foundation in college helped us to be more independent and confident in decision makings. Other than that, CVMBS students are exposed to extracurricular activities such as vaccination drive, spay-neuter program, and intercollegiate competition. Now, as a small animal practitioner, this is a great practice for us in diagnosing, treating, and giving wellness to animals.
Good day, I'm Juliet Lavilla, a 2004 graduate of the College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences of Cavite State University. The CVMBS program has provided each of its students with project-based activities, which has been important in our experiential learning. This gives us a thorough understanding of the gaps between theory and practice. The CVMBS program provided an excellent groundwork in veterinary medicine. It has prepared for us the necessary skill set needed to be a successful veterinarian. The professors are not only competent, but have been inspiring models, giving us foresights for a career in veterinary medicine. The program did not only taught us technical skills, but self-efficacy as well, giving us a big advantage over our contemporaries from another school. Planning, execution, and troubleshooting have become second nature to us, putting our current employers at the forefront of the poultry industry.
Good day everyone. My name is Dr. Richard Villarba. I am a graduate of Doctor of Veterinary Medicine in Cavite State University College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences last 2007. After graduation, we joined San Miguel Foods Incorporated, and for the past 15 years, we managed the swine technical services, and just this year, we were tasked also to manage the poultry health services. And being asked of how our College of Veterinary Medicine molds us or help us to become successful in our chosen field, I can state three main points. First is that they teach in a practical sense during that day. They help us to be prepared on what to expect in an outside world. Second is that aside from being our professors, they become our friends and mentor as well. And thirdly, they really push us and help us to become successful in our chosen field. And even as of now, we are still trying to become successful, and because we understand that our success will be also the success of our dear alma mater. So with that, we congratulate Cavite State University College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences, and we pray that you continue to help aspiring veterinarians in the near future. And thank you very much, and we're always proud to inform everyone that we are a product of Cavite State University. Thank you very much.
Good morning po, ako po si Dr. Ramil de Maculangan at kasalukuyan po akong nagtatrabaho ngayon sa Excellence Poultry and Livestock Specialist. We are a game fowl medicine supplier, and I am 15 years now here working on Excellence. Sa kasalukuyan po ay tayo po ang humahawak ng buong technical services ng Excellence with my position as Assistant Vice President for Technical Services in Poultry. So, napakalaking tulong po ng aking alma mater ng Cavite State University College of Veterinary Medical Sciences para maging competent tayo at pagkatiwalaan tayo ng ating kumpanya na bigyan ng ganitong posisyon. At kasalukuyan po nagagamit po natin yung mga natutunan natin mula college days hanggang sa maging professional tayo, paano makipag-interact sa mga kliyente, sa mga katrabaho, at paano gamitin yung ating profession na makapagserbisyo ng tama at makatulong sa kapwa. Lalo-lalo na po para paunladin ang industriya ng manok panabong. Sa ngayon po, mula noong 2006 kung saan ako nag-employ dito, talagang lumago ang game fowl industry dahil na rin po sa mga serbisyo na ginagawa natin para mapaganda yung takbo ng industriya. At yan po ay dahil din po sa abilidad na natutunan natin during our college days through Cavite State University. So, isang malaking tulong at karangalan po na nakapag-aral tayo dito sa ating alma mater. Maraming salamat po. Good morning.
Hello, my name is Edelbert Rodis and I am a graduate of Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, batch of 2007 in Cavite State University. College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences helped me a lot in becoming the person that I am today. With the guidance of our very supportive and patient professors and instructors, they equipped me with knowledge, learnings, and culture that helped me land the fulfilling jobs. They taught me to be professional and hardworking. I learned to strive harder for excellence. With all the knowledge that I have gained, I was able to become a young competitive veterinarian that seeks new challenges and experiences. I started in poultry industry as a technician and soon become a farm veterinarian and a consultant for 7 years before challenging myself into working abroad. Coming here to Canada is a big challenge, much more finding work that is related to my field of study. Having the versatility and confidence, I started as a swine production technician, and with the traits that I have acquired in CVMBS, the work ethics, competency, and all the learnings that I have gained to help me perform my job better, I climbed the ladder to become a lead technician in my previous company. Currently, I am working as a hatchery supervisor in one of the leading company here in Canada that produces poultry and processed meat products all over North America, the Supina Foods Incorporated. I am proud to be a product of CVMBS in Cavite State University.
Good day everyone, my name is Joy Michelle Arandia Literato and I am one of the pioneer students of Cavite State University College of Betmed then. We were the first batch, so we do not have the luxury of success stories before us, but this was never a disadvantage at all. I have always been proud to say that during our time, our professors were young, ideal, and energetic. They are competent and caring, and I believe that the relationship we had with them influenced how I treat my team right now. We are serious during academic sessions, but we get to laugh together during breaks. And talking about academics, we all know that subjects in BetMeds are never easy, no? And not to mention that during our time, some of our laboratory specimens were improvised, so surely our right brain were developed. But what's more important to note is the grit that it taught us. It taught us to be patient in learning and to maximize the resources that we have. And these are something I find very useful in my corporate career. During college, we were also sent outside for clinics and exposure, so our social skills grew and we became more independent. Clinics life for me is the real deal. It made me realize that learning is one thing, but application is a different ballgame. So it meant that it's not just about technical know-how, but also essential skills like communication, critical thinking, and problem solving. So all in all, CVSU CVMBS is like a microbiology. In its best effort, the college is like a culture medium and we were the microorganisms. It encouraged us and supported our growth, ensuring that we will be able to survive as we transfer to another culture medium, which is the life after university. Again, this is Joy Michelle Arandia Literato and I am proud alumnus of Cavite State University, College of Betmed and Biomedical Sciences.
The highest risk of rabies occurs in the poorest regions of the world. The poorest are most at risk to exposure and death from rabies. According to the Global Alliance for Rabies Control, the factors for human deaths from rabies were lack of awareness, poor access to treatment, and lack of resources. According to the Philippine Statistics Authority 2015 census, Cavite posted a poverty incidence of families at 4.50%. This was supported by the findings of DSWD, wherein there were 907 surviving families and 40,470 subsisting families in the province, out of 3,090,691 Caviteños. Cavite is considered as the most populated province in the country, with a population of 3,678,301. Moreover, it has a density of 2,300 per square kilometer and thus, considered as the second densest, out of the 81 provinces nationwide. It also has the densest human-to-dog population ratio of 1 dog to every 22 humans. In other developing countries, the standard is 1:10, while in the United States, it is at 1:3. Not surprisingly, rabies cases in the province during the same period represent 4.43% of the total dog rabies cases in the country. Another disease of concern in the country is ASF. The 2019 African swine fever or ASF outbreak led to a 9.8% drop in swine production, mostly in Luzon. This has increased the risk for poverty for many households, as many farms were forced to close without a sustainable indemnification program from the government. As also shown by some studies, the smallhold farmers are the most affected. Based on reported population, direct animal value loss approximates 1 billion pesos, and a potential income loss of 10 billion pesos. Another threat to the health and welfare of both humans and animals are natural disasters. The Taal volcano eruption in 2020, before the onset of the pandemic, affected a total of 6,981 families or 30,423 individuals residing in the nearby provinces. CVMBS has embarked on an extension program principally for Caboteños that will help alleviate poverty through provision of technical services that will promote animal health in the community and safeguard the health of the people as well. The Anti-Rabies Prevention and Control is the flagship extension project of the college. The college has the expertise and the resources, including the assistance of veterinary medicine students to embark on the said program. The said project involves free anti-rabies vaccination, spay and neuter drives, as well as awareness seminars on responsible pet ownership. These mechanisms will guarantee sustainability of the project, because it is free and done regularly. Despite the efforts of the college in rabies prevention and control, there is still an increasing trend of cases in the province of Cavite. In 2018, CVMBS was tapped to be a part of a multi-partite MOU with DABAI, DARFO4, and LGU Cavite. The said MOU is for the Bayanihan als Rabies sa Kabayanan, or the BARC initiative. It is also known as Oplan Red, or rabies elimination in dogs. Aside from enhanced approach in anti-rabies vaccination drive both through targeted and ring vaccination, communication between the parties were enhanced. Efforts were shifted from purely anti-rabies vaccination drives to population control and information dissemination. The college increased its activities on stray animal population control such as free spay and neuter campaigns. Also, CVMBS started to look for better approaches on information dissemination about rabies. A grassroots initiative was adopted, wherein information campaign targeted primary school children and high school students, since most of the animal bite cases were from that age groups. A quiz bee and poster making contest, which was dubbed Parabisan ng Alam, was held. Contestants and participants were from various public and private high schools in Cavite. Aside from this, CVMBS conducted a seminar on the orientation on the pertinent laws such as the animal welfare and anti-rabies laws, for barangay council members of the barangays surrounding the main campus of CVSU. The goal of the activity was to inform them and persuade them to issue ordinances. Establishment of the ASF Diagnostic and Surveillance Laboratory in the province would help in the monitoring and reporting of the disease in the region, as well as control and prevent future outbreaks. Since CVMBS has been extending technical assistance to pig raisers in the community, the college is currently giving more focus on the disease by conducting information drives, and will be providing services to affected farmers. The extension agenda of the college is in line with the institutional thrusts on agri-fisheries and food security, biodiversity and environmental conservation, and public health and welfare. It is also aligned with the national agenda of DOST, CHED and NEDA, and with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, namely, SDG 1, No Poverty, SDG 2, Zero Hunger, and SDG 3, Good Health and Well-Being. All extension programs fall under the umbrella extension program called Ugnayan 2.0 of Cavite State University. It is an approach to implement the proposed CVSU Poverty Alleviation Program. The college extension program is dubbed 2B at 2K, which stands for Voluntaryong Veterinario para sa Kabuhayan at Kalusugan, is approved by the university's Board of Regents in 2014, and implemented in 2015. Assessment of the implementation of the Rabies Prevention Project showed that beneficiaries rated the project as excellent with a weighted mean of 4.84. On the other hand, the Spay and Neuter campaign received a weighted mean of 4.80 or timely for timeliness and 4.90 or excellent for level of satisfaction with the experts. The Spay and Neuter campaigns were given recognition by the local government unit of Imus City. CVMBS has been their partner in the celebration of World Rabies Day from 2017 to 2019. Lastly, The open topic seminars received a weighted mean of 4.80 or timely for timeliness, and 4.90 or excellent for level of satisfaction with the experts. It is notable that the college was able to serve a total of 1,428 pet owners, and a total of 2,465 pets, from 2017 to 2020. Most notable is that, since the implementation of the rabies campaign, there are no reported cases of animal, nor human rabies in the CVSU hometown, in Dong. This pandemic, the CVMBS was able to see opportunity in the midst of all the challenges, in terms of extension services. The online vet project was launched in April 2021, as a response to the need for veterinary services by the community in the light of the ongoing pandemic restrictions. It is an online extension activity wherein a Facebook page was created for the sole purpose of providing technical assistance through provision of online veterinary consultation. A total of 127 beneficiaries from March 2021 to April 2022 were served. Also, 3 webinars, under the fields of agri-fisheries and food security, and public health and welfare, were conducted, with a total of 485 trainees. Students have been actively involved in extension activities. In fact, all the vaccination drives of the college were participated in, and even initiated by them. During the pandemic, 4th to 6th year students organize various webinars on topics such as food safety, animal welfare, zoonoses, and others which were well attended not only by fellow students, but also by stakeholders from the LGU and other institutions. This has been a culture of the college, and is an integral part of training our students to become socially aware and responsive professionals. A testament to that is one of our alumni, Dr. Glenn Olave, who now owns and operates his own veterinary clinic, has been doing vaccination drives every March, which is the Rabies Awareness Month, in his community.
Sa awa ng Diyos nga nakapagtayo ako ng clinic at natutulungan nito yung aking pamilya, at the same time ang society sa pamamagitan ng pagtulong namin sa pag-control ng rabies dito sa city ng Lipa. Nagbibigay kami ng discounted price para sa mga rabies, lalo na sa mga nag-aalaga ng mga askal na aso.
Linkages may be viewed as a cog that helps move instruction, research, and extension, as they function together in making the machine of authentic or real-life learning work. International linkages, then, would make authentic learning more meaningful, as it has a broader scope and thus, makes it more widely applicable. In this time and age of a more accessible global community, this may not be a mere luxury anymore, but a necessity. Internationalization, as defined by DeWitt et al. In 2015, refers to the intentional process of integrating an international, intercultural, or global dimension into the purpose, functions and delivery of post-secondary education, in order to enhance the quality of education and research for all students and staff and to make a meaningful contribution to society. This definition is aligned with the goal of the College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences in producing globally competitive veterinarians and allied professionals. Hence, embarking on internationalization activities is a means by which the college enhances veterinary education and research, to enable faculty members, students and graduates to make a meaningful contribution to society. The CVSU framework for internationalization presupposes that, whether internationalization activities are done at home or abroad, it will lead to academic partnerships, research collaborations, human resource development, and sustainable community service. CVSU believes that internationalization is not a goal in itself, but a means to an end that is quality improvement of education benefiting all stakeholders of CVSU, and leading towards a global university. In terms of academic international partnerships, the college prides itself with the following achievements. Participation of Dr. Maria Cynthia Rundina de la Cruz in the training program entitled Internationalization of Higher Education in the Philippines, a strategic planning training program. This is organized by CHED, in partnership with the Canadian Bureau of International Education or CBIE. An offshoot of this training is the creation of a draft strategic internationalization plan, and the ongoing partnership with 14 other higher education institutions, which resulted in further trainings and networking. The college is also an institutional member of the Asian Association of Veterinary Schools or AAVS, a non-profit, international organization for veterinary educational institutions in Asia, registered at the University of Tokyo in Japan. The main objectives of AAVS are aligned with the college's priority, which is to advance the education, research, and public service concerning veterinary medicine. The AAVS provides relevant scientific and education events, recognizes excellent scientific achievements of teachers, researchers and students, provides information sharing platforms, and gives public service in the field of veterinary care. AAVS organizes networking, seminars and trainings for member veterinary institutions. CVMBS has a Memorandum of Understanding on Academic Exchange Program with the Joint Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Kagoshima University, Japan. Among others, this agreement highlights the following: exchange of teaching and research personnel, administrative and other professional personnel, students, and academic publications, data and information, and as mentioned in Area 1, collaboration in research projects. The Memorandum of Understanding with the National Research Center for Protozoan Diseases, Ubahira University of Agriculture and Veterinary Medicine is also on academic and research partnerships. An output of this agreement is the visit of Dr. Shinichiro Kawazu for a special visiting lecture and collaboration meeting on May 24 to 29, 2019. Currently, Dr. Adrian Mickey Macalanda is back in Ubahira University for postdoctoral work. In May 2020, the college successfully secured a commitment from the Jean Marchig International Centre for Animal Welfare Education, Royal Dick School of Veterinary Studies, the University of Edinburgh to assist in the development of a curriculum for veterinary nursing, and in the capacity building of faculty members and staff to teach in the proposed program. Preliminary meeting to forge a Memorandum of Understanding with the Ontario Veterinary College, University of Guelph was done in September 2021. The virtual MO signing will be held on May 11, 2022. Ms. Christina Maria Gasong, a sixth-year DVM student, had a fruitful experience as she participated in the Virtual International Student Exchange 2021, organized by the University of Brawijaya, Indonesia, from September 4 to October 30, 2021. At present, we have two full-time international students, Yusuf Bilal Sala of India and Riku Tanaka of Japan. In terms of research and development, the college forged a collaboration with the University of the Philippines Los Baños, University of Eastern Philippines, and the Department of Agriculture, Bureau of Animal Industry, together with institutions in the United Kingdom, namely, Lancaster University, Surrey University, and Brunel University London, to develop a low-cost portable molecular diagnostic platform or LMDP, that will detect selected economically important bacterial and viral poultry pathogens in the Philippines. A training on LAMP assay was organized by the team at Cavite State University, with Dr. Aurore Corinne Jean-Marie Poirier of the University of Surrey, and Dr. Branavan Manoharanayru of Brunel University London, as trainers. Another product of the consortium is the forging of a material transfer agreement between CVSU and Surrey University for the genome sequencing of bacterial isolates. Project Team Meeting, kick-off workshop, and project updates were also held in London, United Kingdom, Beijing, China, and Bracknell, United Kingdom respectively, and participated in by the Philippine proponents. As part of a multidisciplinary research collaboration with UK researchers, 3 faculty members of CVMBS were invited to serve as resource speakers in the Newton Agham Researcher Links workshop titled Novel Vaccines and Diagnostic Technologies Against Emerging and Re-emerging Veterinary Pathogens at Rizal Park Hotel Manila on February 5 to 7, 2019. As testament to the pioneering work on LMDP device development, the team was hailed as one of the finalists in the prestigious Newton Prize last January 2020. Several faculty members have scholarship, fellowship awarded to them by international agencies to further develop their competencies. Dr. Maria Cynthia Rundina de la Cruz was awarded a fellowship from Merrill Williams of the Australian Centre for International Agricultural Research. Dr. Adrian Mickey C. Macalanda is currently on official leave and is back at the National Research Centre for Protozoan Diseases, Bahira University of Agriculture and Veterinary Medicine, as a foreign visiting researcher to continue his work on protozoan and other tick-borne pathogens. Dr. Melbourne R. Talaktak is at Memphis, Tennessee, doing research on influenza at the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Some of the manifestations of the impact of the years of internationalization initiatives of CVMBS were the sustainable engagement of faculty members and students in research, the drive for postdoctoral trainings or fellowships, capacity building under the tutelage of renowned experts, and publications in international refereed journals. Linkages with various international institutions will continue to be forged and sustained through the years, and hence, this was included in the College Development Plan, as we aim to be at par with the best veterinary schools in the world. Access to multicultural and multi-institutional experiences, as well as work-related training for faculty members and students, creates a harmonized and world-class veterinary education. In 2018, in our AACCUP Level 3 presentation, we shared some of our dreams for the next 5 years. Some of it have come true. Because of this, we believe that what we envision for our college, for another 5 years, are all wonderful possibilities.